Hello, and welcome to the Kitchen with Paul. My name is Paul Merritt. I'm 27 years old and I live in Denton, Maryland with another celebrity from Food Network. What am I baking today? Today I am going to bake something that is going to turn out something we'll try it anyways. It's supposed to be a Guinness chocolate ghost pepper chili pepper stout cake. And it's got Irish cream frosting, so we will see how that turns out today. I got the recipe off of firehousechili.com. Thank you. Now, one of the reasons I mess up when I'm baking is I often forget an ingredient. And today, I want this to be good for you. I want this to be good for me. I want it to be good for both of us. Because when it's only good for one person, it's not good for anybody. So today, we're going to make sure we have all the ingredients. So the first thing in the cake is Guinness. So, of course, we're going to have a nice drunk cake today. So I made sure to get plenty of drunk. Next, our ingredient, we have our vanilla extract, which today I have vanilla bean paste, which is, I guess, kind of the same thing. So we're going to use it. Close enough! Then we have to have ghost chili peppers. But since my grocery store didn't have any ghost chili peppers, we have habaneros, which we get to wash really easily, like so. You just leave them right in the bag from the produce store, and you just fill it right up. You slide it on like so, just like you would do on a banana, and then you just turn the water on. And the bag holds the peppers nicely, and none of the liquid gets out. Stop.
Go.
So none of the liquid gets out of the bag. You just fill up the bag with liquid, and turn it off and give it a good shake. And you have clean peppers. Then, after our peppers, we have our nice unsalted buttery cream, followed by our Cocoa Supreme. Then we have our sugar, which it says granulated sugar, and this is crystal sugar, so it's close enough. Following by our flour, and then our baking soda, which I didn't have any of that, so I got some baking powder, and it's just enough. And then, of course, our 2 eggs.
Stop.
So now that we've got the cake ingredients, we want to make sure we have the icing ingredients too. So we have our butter. You can never have enough butter. So I've got all 4 sticks of nice creamy butter. Then we have our sugar, and of course, more alcohol, because the more the better. If it tastes bad, it doesn't matter if they're drunk. So being without ghost peppers, I have aligned myself with the habanero. As the Scaville units for a ghost pepper is about 1 million, I figured about 10 habaneros chopped up should do it. So I grabbed the classiest knife I could find, and chop, 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 all ready to go. Continuing on with the classy kitchenware, I couldn't find any measuring utensils, so I grabbed a little spoon for a teaspoon, slightly larger spoon for a tablespoon, and my favorite cup from childhood for my cup. Thank you. So to start the cake, we gotta make the good sauce. The sauce that takes the beer and the butter. That's the heart of everything. The bitter batter butter. So you put the butter in the pot. Then it takes about 3/4 cup, Mickey Mouse cup, of cocoa. You put it in the pot. Then it says it takes a cup of beer. A cup of beer with a cup of cheer. Ooh, there's a lot of head on that. So we'll just, cup of beer. Here we go! A bit more for extra. You never have enough beer. And then it says a tablespoon of vanilla, so it's about that. Here we go. Ta-da! For the sauce, you got to mix it in says to whisk it in a medium sauce, medium heat. My mama don't own no whisk, so I'm using a mixer whisk. So you just kind of pound it a little bit and we'll get into it. And then supposedly it will be done. Now that we have the chocolate sauce all done, now we're ready for the dry ingredients. So we're going to start with the flour that we measured precisely with our measuring cup. Ta-da! Then we're going to add our sugar, which we measured with our measuring cup. Then we're going to add our secret ingredient, the habanero peppers, which, by the way, don't cut these things and then touch any part of your face because it's burning real bad. And then lastly, you're going to add some baking soda. Not baking powder, but that's all I got. And so, something. Now, we're going to whisk it. Just like everything in life, you gotta risk it to whisk it. And I don't have any whisk that's clean because I used it for the sauce, so I'm gonna use the beater. Now that we have the pot and the sauce all mixed up, and we have our dry ingredients all mixed up, now we're going to combine the two. We got this nice, beautiful, chocolatey sauce. It smells really good. I wish you had smell-o-vision right now. Thankfully, there's no milk in it, so the butter I don't think burned. I don't think it burned. And then just mix these together. Okay, mix good enough. Now, we're going to add our 2 eggs. Eggs are one thing you don't want to mess around with because people can get salmonella and end up in the hospital. So you got to be real careful with eggs. Yeah, just like that. Pitch it. Ta-da! One more. Yep. And pitch it. Ta-da! And I win! So it's important whenever you're baking that you clean up as you go. Because if you don't, people get highly offended. So, now it's time that I've mixed the cake mix to pour it in the pre-greased pan. But I'm guessing because it's a clay pan, you don't have to actually grease it. Because that's what clay pans are for, right? They don't stick. So, pour in the cake. And use your handy-dandy spatula. We didn't have one of these spatula thingies as kids, so my mom just used spoons or whatever she had handy. We didn't have a lot of cooking utensils like whisks and fancy things like that. So, but now we do. Woo! And there's the cake. So now we're just going to pop it right in the oven, which I preheated to 350 degrees. And pop the timer on for 30 minutes. And if you hold in the button and you shake, it makes it happy. Boom, 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 boom. Start. Oh, no, now that's... I think it's good. I think we're good. Yeah. Okay. Now that the cake is in the oven, we're going to make the icing, which is the easy part. Because first... Ooh, I should get these on if I want to be able to see. So, first, let's see what we do. So you put in the butter... Oh, yeah, lots of butter. All the butter. Julia Childs would be like, is that enough butter? No, we need some more butter. Bless her. In her heart, I love that woman. She's amazing. My favorite cook. And then there's, of course, you, Alton Brown. You amazing, too. You and your shows telling me how to cook, and your recipe for ginger ale, that adult one, not the kid one, is delicious. Even though I add lime to mine. Makes it have that extra kick. So yes, some more butter. All the butter, butter. Then, we add the sugar. It calls for 7 cups. And I don't think I quite have 7 cups, so I'm just going to pour it all in. I'm not even going to measure it. I'm just going to sugar. Sugar. We're sugar now. Yeah, all the sugar. Yes. Now, in America, we call it confectionery sugar, where in England, they call it icing sugar because of what we're doing with it. Making a delicious icing. Now, I as this is a drunk cake, we gotta make the icing drunk too. It wouldn't be very nice to buy drinks for one of the girls and not buy drinks for all of them. So you just gotta, about a cup, I think it said. Which is about there, or somewhere abouts. About there. Pause it. All the ingredients in the bowl. Now it's time to mix. That's the fun bit. Just to mix and mix and mix. Ooh, yeah, I forgot. All that butter, it is not dry enough, so I'm going to have to just beat it, beat it, beat it. Beat it, beat it. My mixer's not completely clean from the chocolate, but I'll beat it. You put a little twist in, put a little thingy. Lift it up on the side and turn it on. Just, ooh, it's not locked in. And beat it. Just beat it. Pause it. And as you can see, it now says end because our adventures are closing to that. Let's get that cake out of the oven and see what she looks like. Ooh, you can see the nice peppers on top of the cake. Super spicy! You saw us making the icing, so let's go ahead and get that together. That's the other problem I have with this baking thing is the bowl, mixing bowl, it's not my friend. Not my friend. So I know you can't smell right now, but this smells like caramel and deliciousness, a little bit kind of like a butterscotch. It smells amazing. Get this on there. Where's the thingamajig? The thingamabob that does the job is where? It is not the dishwasher. Oh, we did dishes while you were away, so it must be in here. There it is! In the drawer where it belongs. The best things are always found in drawers. Now, put the icing on the cake. That's a lot of icing for a little bit of cake. That's okay. People prefer the icing, I think, than the cake anyways. I don't really eat cake very much. I'm more of a pie man. But my camera lady, Miss Lauren Spiker, she's the one who's going to eat the cake anyway. Cake! Cake! I love cake! Cake, cake, cake! That's a little spin-off to my favorite show, Little Britain. Does anyone know? Does anyone? Now we've let the icing cool on the cake, and then I found out after the last clip that I was supposed to put the icing on after the cake cooled. But that's okay, that's what I'm supposed to learn from you. So, oh, that icing is real liquidy. Just don't move the pan too much and it will be fine. It's just like kind of became soup. So maybe instead of a saucer, I'll get a bowl. Everybody likes eating cake out of a bowl anyways. They pour things in it and on it, and maybe instead of a spatula, I'll get a spoon. Aha! Problem solved. Ladle. Ladle for the cake. Here we go. So, I'm just gonna... The cake's a bit stuck. Should have probably buttered it. And then just... Oh. There we go! It came out! Hooray! Maybe just ladle a little bit more. Sauce? Icing, yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll get a spoon instead of a fork. There we go. Spoon. Now, it's time to see what Lauren Spiker looks like. Give me the camera, honey. That's right. Now, come over here and eat your cake. Cake, cake, cake. I love cake. Do you love cake? Do you love my cake? Oh, you got to step back a little bit. Get in the camera shot. Yes.
It's delicious.
You haven't even tried it yet. You look scared.
It's like an island in the middle of the ocean. That's what it looks like.
Eat the cake. Don't be scared. She's terrified. She's such a nice person that even if it's bad, she's just gonna be like,
Wow.
So what?
It's really spicy.
What would you compare the taste to? Okay. Share a memory of a time you ate something that tasted like this.
It tastes like hot sauce.
A hot sauce chocolate cake?
Yeah, it tastes like hot sauce.
Is it vinegary?
No, it's just hot.
Did you taste any chocolateness in it?
Yeah, no, the chocolate is good. The icing is good. It's just very soupy.
Yeah? Like soup cake?
But there's so many peppers.
So why do you think I should be on the baking show?
You're a really bad baker. My nose is running. Wow. Yeah, it's really hot.
Have you ever tasted a dessert like that before?
No, it's one of a kind. Definitely one of a kind.
You want some more?
You want to look at it? It's, you know.
Mmm. Wow, that looks nasty. I'm glad I'm not eating that.
Gee, thanks. Here's Paul Daniel trying his own cake.
That is.
How is it, Paul Daniel?
It's as original as I am.